And for TMT, you know, the vision is that the adaptive optics system should just about start to work a little bit in the red end of the optical, and perhaps if we upgrade it, it'll work a bit better. But more or less, you can think that optical, the stuff that you see with the eye, is normally done in a seeing limited mode. You don't correct for the atmosphere. My name is Warren Skidmore, and my job title is TMT Systems Scientist. And my role at TMT is to facilitate communications between the users, future users of TMT, and the project itself. Astronomers have dreams about what they want to do, the type of research they want to do, and those dreams, to turn them into reality, the telescope has to have certain, or the observatory has to have certain capabilities. And so we have to build an observatory that can deliver the dreams of the astronomers, basically, and that's where I sort of fit into the project. So let's see if this will work. Okay. This is just a movie to show you this. There's the light coming in, collected by the primary mirror up to the secondary mirror. The tertiary mirror rotates and sends the light to different instruments. By having different instruments available at the same time, we can be very flexible in the way we operate the observatory. Much more efficient should the conditions change, that kind of thing. Mauna Kea is a very good site for TMT because of a combination of 3 atmospheric properties. It has a lot of clear nights. The atmospheric turbulence over the island is very low. Atmospheric turbulence is what makes the stars twinkle. That degrades the images that you can obtain with a telescope. And the atmosphere is very, very dry. And that combination of properties is critical for the science we want to do with TMT. These grey boxes down here are actuators. There's one on the table over there. So tonight I'm going to give a talk to the Kona Kuala Chamber of Commerce about the science that we expect to do with TMT. And I've been giving a few talks around the island to Rotary clubs and other venues about the science. I'm an astrophysicist, that's what excites me.
So what do we have here?
And this, under the segment, there's a pretty complicated support system for the glass. And these are some components. There are these thin flexures that come down, that are bonded to the bottom of the glass and come down to multiple, this is a whiffle tree, and there's a whole bunch of these in a sort of a circle. And these fit on the end here somehow, and you can, there's a stepper motor on here. Well, I'm an astronomer, so the big science that TMT could do, in my opinion, is lots of it. But if I were to cherry pick 2 key areas, one would be studying the evolution of the early universe. A few 100 million years after the Big Bang, the first galaxies and stars that formed. This is a model of cosmic evolution. So after the Big Bang, there was dark matter and baryonic matter around. Gravity was there, operating on it, causing galaxies to form and superclusters of galaxies to form. Each dot in this model is a supercluster of galaxies. And the model runs until it reaches the present day. And then the second big area would be the characterization of exoplanets, looking for signatures of life, possibly in the atmospheres of exoplanets. This is a simulation based on the real data, but a simulation of what the real galaxies look like when you zoom in. But you can look at the same patch of sky with TMT, and like these, you can't tell much detail about these galaxies at all, but with TMT, that'll be the level of detail that we expect to get from TMT. You can really start to slice and dice the structure of what's happening in these galaxies that are very distant, a long way back in time. Space is a dynamic place. Things explode and change, supernova go off, that kind of thing. I've got a science example here of a gamma ray burst. This is 2 neutron stars that are coalescing. They may produce a gamma ray burst, they may produce gravity waves which are detected. These kinds of things evolve over few minute time scales, and we need the observatory to be able to respond quickly to some of these very dynamic and typically explosive events. And TMT is the only big telescope that has these engineering requirements. It's a unique capability of TMT, is to be able to respond quickly when there's some trigger that goes off and requires observations to be started very fast. Mauna Kea is a special place for astronomy. For science, it's a superb location. It's a special place to many people, and I see the future, the only real way for everyone to really benefit from this mountain is to work together, cooperate together, work in a synergistic manner. TMT is an engineering project. Engineering projects have a schedule, and the schedule for TMT originally had on-site construction beginning in April of 2015. So everything was ready to start on-site construction then. We've not yet been able to start on-site construction. We're ready to go. We're ready to start real on-site construction.